It is a constitutional imperative. The legitimacy of representation rests not on brute force of numbers, but on the integrity of the processes through which those numbers are interpreted and applied. It is not an inclusion of minority voices in decision-making. Parliamentary politics, then, is not merely a numbers game. Yes, numbers matter, but principles matter more. At its core, parliamentary, no matter how decisive, must never become a license for institutional overreach or unchecked dominance. On the strength of this process on any of the nominees. Our job is to scrutinize and do that which is right to enrich democracy. I thank you so much, Chairman.
Members, following the letter of nomination from His Excellency, the President of the Republic of Ghana, and refer to this committee 4 nominees as Minister designates are scheduled to be vetted. Deputy Minister designate for Ministry of Transports in the person of Honorable Dorcas.
And
You're welcome.
You got my last name right this time.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes. I can't make that mistake again. I will no longer call you Tofi.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Yes. So, Clerk of the Committee, may you administer the oath.
I. Chair. Your mic. Okay.
I, Dorcas Tofe.
No, it should be on your right, please.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you. Do in the name of the Almighty God swear.
Do in the name of the Almighty God swear.
That the evidence I shall give before this committee.
That the evidence I shall give before this committee.
Touching the matter in issue.
Touching the matter in issue.
Shall be the truth.
Shall be the truth. May God.
Thank you very much, Honorable Nominee, Deputy Minister Designate for Transport. We will start by humbly.
Thank you, Mr. He has brought me. And I also want to say Ayiko to the vetting committee for your hard work. My name is Dorcas Tofe, and I come from Bonyere in the Western region, a place fondly known as where the best comes from. I am the youngest of 7 children. To school for my basic education, and then to Nkrofo Agriculture for my secondary school. Right after my O-level, I had the opportunity to join my family in the USA. In 2013, I decided to move back home to come and give back to society and help my people. There, I earned a diploma in branding and customer service.
Once you are okay, I'm okay. Go ahead.
Marketing, followed by an MBA, generic, and also a second master's in energy and sustainability management, all of which were completed here in Ghana. Before politics, I was a very successful entrepreneur and a philanthropist. I had run an investor, among other ventures. In 2020, I contested for the Jomro constituency seat and won. In Parliament, I served on lands and natural resources, later rising to become a deputy ranking member. I also served on government assurances, gender and population caucus. In 2024, I sought re-election and my mandate was renewed to continue serving the good people of Jomoro. I'm very passionate about women's empowerment and also national development. I am before you today as the Deputy Minister to deliver on His Excellency's President.
Thank you very much. In fact, we shall proceed with the subject matter committee members. Our honor of responding to the question. I will then give the floor to Honorable Kennedy. You have the floor, Kennedy.
Speaker, I just walked in. Anyway, that's okay. Thank you very much.
You are.
Okay, so Mr. Chairman, I have just 3 quick questions to ask the nominee. 3, just 3. 3 quick one. Mr. Chairman, the first question I want to find out from the nominee, what new do you bring on board to assist your minister?
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Mr. Chair, what I bring on board is fresh energy and practical ideas to support my minister.
If you say practical ideas, can you share some with members?
Which involve stronger stakeholder engagement and also promoting accessibility for all.
Okay, so I'll move to the second question. How do you plan to promote gender equity in the male-dominated sector?
Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Mr. Chairman, is it not a question of law? Law that gender equity.
Well, the nominee is capable of answering the
want
question.
your direction on this.
Yes. You have the floor, please go ahead.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Give women the opportunity in the transport sector to also rise, because like his question said, this is a male-dominated industry. When you go to the, for instance, the port, you see that there are no women. All the licenses are owned by men. And so I will take it upon myself with the directives of my minister to make sure that we'll introduce initiatives that would allow women to come into that space as well. Thank you.
Yes, Honorable Kennedy Nyako.
The last one I want to ask the honorable member or honorable nominee. My last question. Recently, there have been reports of held or seized to assist your minister. What immediate actions do you bring on board to assist to ensure that these held excavators are released to owners?
Thank you. President has formed or instructed that a 3-member committee be put together, which includes the Ministry of Finance, Ministry of Transport, and Ministry of Lands and Natural Resources to look into that matter. So I'm very sure that very soon the President decides it will be released to the public. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I'm done.
Thank you very much. I will then give the floor to Honorable Tampoli. I'm told you have no question.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chair. It's not likely to be the case. Mr. Chairman, I'd like to congratulate the Honorable. Looking at page 3 of your CV, I see your referees are Lieutenant General Augustine Blay, former Chief of Defense Staff, and the Papa himself, Archbishop Nicholas Duncan Williams. So your answers should should be more or less with military and spiritual precision. It should be guided. Honorable nominee, road traffic accidents, so rampant. I don't know, it could be, attributable to the design of our road and so forth, or any else do you have for your minister in order to curb the rate of road accidents in this country? Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Experts says that 80% of these accidents are caused by human factor. And so when I'm giving the nod, I would assist my minister to make sure that we'll put into place measures that would curb that. For instance, by educating the general public, also making sure that we have emergency response system, effective emergency response system. We also need to put up signage, clear signage, and also put in place like cameras that will detect speed limits and all that. But most importantly, making sure that we enforce the existing laws and regulations to make sure we strengthen them so that it will curb the accidents on our road. For instance, I see these bigger trucks. They cause most of the accidents. By when they move from one place to the another, they will stop, weigh the goods they are carrying, and if it's too much, they will take some. Over here, we don't have it in Ghana, and even if we do, the laws are not being enforced. So like I said, I will support my minister to make sure we implement or we enforce laws that would curb the accident on our roads. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr.
Thank
Chairman.
you very much.
I'll take you to electric buses. Electric buses. Sometime in November last year, Metro Mass received 10 electric buses under the auspices of the minister. The need for those buses, have you done any research to know the impacts of those buses in terms of the ticketing price vis-a-vis the vehicles that are using diesel especially, and to advise whether or not we should continue to bring in more of such buses? Do you think they are necessary for us to have more of them in the system? Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Environmentally friendly and cheaper. Like you said, 100 were ordered, I was told, but 10 were received. And out of the 10 currently, is only 4 that are working. The other 6 have electrical issues or charging problems, which my minister has worked on that and resolved it. And so it's a very good initiative. Education has taken place. 13 regions have had that education. And so when I'm giving the nod, I will support my sector friendly. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Mr. Chair, the minister is sitting too close to the nominee. I think he wants to be guiding her, but she's capable, minister.
Please.
She is very capable.
Please, you are to ask question. Honorable Tampoli, we have a third day.
Mr. Chairman, my last question. The railway workers have recently, embarked on some kind of sit-down strike. Your ministry portfolio has been enlarged by the addition of the railway sector to the ministry. Now, the railway line from Tema to Mpakadam, is it still operating? And if it is operating, what are the solutions? What do you plan to do, especially to help your minister to be able to get them back on stream? I thank you, Mr. Chair.
Yes, Honorable Nominee.
Thank you, Honorable Chair. The railway, the Mpakada railway station or railway, it will start being operated. So,
Mr. Chairman, I have no further question.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
And I will then proceed to give the floor to Honorable Ajay.
Thank you, Chairman. Nominee, congratulations.
Thank you,
Chairman,
Mr. Chair.
I've known the nominee to be very diligent. She's one who is affable, sought for the interest of women and the youth. So, nominee, I've seen that in your CV, you were the deputy ranking for lands and natural resources from 2024 to January. The ministry, with reference to railways, have issues and challenges with land encroachment and many more. Will you avail yourself to the minister of your vast experience in land management to ensure that titling and control of encroachment have been managed properly? Thank you.
Thank you, Honorable Chair. Mr. Chair, those are purely administrative issues, and I'm not at the ministry yet. When I get there, when the committee approve me and I get there, I will assist my minister to make sure we look into those issues and resolve them. Thank you.
Mr. Chairman, I don't think that I need to bother my wonderful and smart lady from the region, other than to commend her and again to congratulate her on this appointment. So involvement these days in politics and in governance. Will you avail yourself to the minister, providing him, because you know, pretty and many more. A lot of young women there, and women empowerment that has to come on board. Please, will you avail yourself to the minister?
You say you will not ask question, you will just admonish her. But we have ended up asking a question. Honorable nominee, you have responded.
Yes, I will. I'll make sure that I avail myself and work with my minister to make sure that we help in that regard. Thank you.
So, Chairman, I think this is the last comment. On behalf of the regional caucus, I want to congratulate her on this occasion and wish her very well. I know she's going to work with one of the smartest and the competent ministers. I've known him. As a chairman for Roads and Transportation Committee, I've no doubt at all that she will perform. So, thank you so very much. Congratulations once more.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Congratulations, my sister.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
When you meet them, even at the lobby, you just pass by them. I want to find out, how are you going to work with people in the ministry, and how is your working relationship going to be with your subordinates in the ministry? Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I really don't know. And then, of course, they really don't know whatever I do, even in my constituency. I mean,
Mr. Chair, that is all for now. Congratulations, my sister. Wish you all the best.
Thank you. I'll proceed to give the floor to Honorable Chiwete. You have the floor.
Thank you, Honorable Chair. Honorable Chair, if you may permit me, on page 2 of CV, Assurances Caucus. I do know Assurances is a committee, so if we may correct that, I may stand wrong, but I think it should be a committee, Assurances Committee, not Assurances Caucus. We have Population Caucus. Honorable, considering the carnage on our roads, we all here are representative of people from our various constituencies. Will you encourage every MP to be an ambassador for road safety in his or her constituency? Thank you.
Yes, Honorable Nominee.
yes, I think it's very important. It has to start from us being the members to educate our various constituencies. Thank you.
Any further question? Honorable Chiwete, you are not supposed to use our platform to request for a check. Alaji Omar, you have the floor.
Thank you, Chairman. Honorable nominee, congratulations.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you. I think I have only one question for you. And it has to do with the ministry that you are going to. What practical strategies will you recommend to tackle the encroachment?
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Like I said earlier, those are purely administrative issues, and so when I'm giving the nod, I will assist my minister to make sure we put in place. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Mr. Chairman, the nominee, congratulations, honorable member, anyway.
Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Reading your CV, you've indicated that you love to travel a lot, and that you've provided over 4,000 women and youth with some credit facilities in Jomoro.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
4,000.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
And credit facilities, you indicated. But you are not a financial institution, member of parliament. How did you achieve this?
So it was a program I put together, but I did it through the Jomoro Rural Bank. So I was more so like a guarantor. I guaranteed the loan, and so they were paying it through the bank. So it was a loan from the bank, but there was no interest, nothing, and I was able to do that for about 4,000 women in my constituency.
That's very impressive. My last and final question, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Chair, you went through a lot. 1990 Constitution of the Republic of Ghana Amendment Act 96, and it details those who qualify to hold certain positions, including members of parliament. Last night, social media was out to the Republic of South Korea. I know I've checked, and I realized that the gentleman has handed in his passport to the High Commission. You went through some turmoil with your citizenship, and I'm sure it took a toll on you during your term as a member of parliament. Can you tell us a bit about what you went through, what necessitated that, and your advice to people they've not disclosed?
Thank you. So, Mr. Chairman, it wasn't easy for 2.5 years. I was back and forth, from court. It wasn't easy at all. It's something I wouldn't wish it was not easy for me, and I thank God that at the end of it all, I was able to sail through successfully. Thank you.
Floor. Thank you very much, Chair. Chair, I want to first of all congratulate. Chair, I have a few questions. The first one is on the very high clearing cost and port congestion. I think they move our workers, and this is a major problem for the Ghanaian people. As you go in as Deputy Minister, do you have any ideas in congestion to the extent that some containers cannot even be found? We saw the Minister of Energy come to make such a... So can you please come up with some suggestions as to how to, as it were, reduce the high clearing cost?
Thank you, Mr. Chair. But it's a concern. He's working on it with my sector and take directives from His Excellency the President and see how best we can resolve the congestion and the high taxation that you're talking about. Thank you.
Any further question?
Yes, it's come to our notice that some vehicles that are of 2025, so a vehicle that is about 20 charges or penalties, and that amounts to some high cost. So some of these cars are still kept there. Would you to the president that we should perhaps let these penalties be waived so that people still can clear their vehicles?
Yes, Mr. Chair, I will do that, but it will be at the discretion of my sector minister and His Excellency the President. But definitely, I'll make those suggestions.
So, thank you, Chair. Chair, my second question, I know the nominee to have traveled wide. I'm sure one of the places she may have gone to, which most of the people on the table may have been, is the UK, and the use of train. And therefore, I'm talking about railway. And enforce the use of railways. First of all, make sure we have railways all over the place, especially from Jomoro to Accra. Would you suggest to your minister and the president how we can perhaps put this out there and get railway functioning?
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Yes, I will do that. Because, I think my suggestion, one of the things that when I'm giving the nod, I will work with my sector minister to look into is to open it up for private investment or investors to come on board to see how we can revamp the sector to make it viable to help.
And a railway line from Jomoro to Tema?
Yes, Mr. Chair, will.
Mr. Chair, when the nominee was being sworn in, I could feel a very different accent. And in the subject matter, I'm Ghanaian and therefore can recite the national pledge.
Well, the question is, he wants to ascertain whether you can recite the national pledge. The question is, can you or you cannot?
I can, but if you can waive the question for me, I can.
Very well. Your question has been answered.
Mr. Chair, I'll let it pass.
Ayamba.
Thank you very much. Jerry, stop it. And that I'll tell you that congratulations and bye-bye. But I won't do that. You know why? Because, Chairman, let me restate this. They believe that we cannot speak the English language. That is why we go that way. They do not know that we do it on purpose. I've looked at your CV. I've listened to you. And I appreciate you, how far you have come. I know you will do and put up your best. Your responses sends a message. You have simply told me that you are just there because all your responses are that with the minister. You know where you are, you know where you are going to, and you know how you are going to do it. So I only wish you the best. The question I want to ask you is that you mentioned in your response to one of the first persons that asked you about how trucks carrying heavy loads do spoil our roads and what have you. And it's quite bad because I'm on the roads and transport. Will you suggest to your minister that you work hand in hand and that you will take the trouble to be part and parcel of getting first-hand information, not sitting and being an armchair deputy minister? Will you do that? I want a short answer, no long stories. You supported 4,000 women. So I don't doubt your support for women. You've also mentioned that the transport sector is a sector where most women are left out. It's not because I know your minister very well. Will you support him which would be in your domain? I've seen a few, but I want more. And will you ensure and support him transportation or transportation works, any organization, that you would have the 30% women being recruited if the opportunity arises. So it's 2 in 1. One is a yes, and then the other one, you can say whatever you want to say.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Yes, the first answer to the first question is yes. And the other one is I will definitely do that, to work hand in hand with my minister when I'm giving the nod, to make sure that every area that we can push to bring women there, I will do so. Like I said earlier in my introduction, I said I'm very passionate about women empowerment. So that is an area that I'm known for. Even in my constituency, when it comes to area of women and children and people with disability, I do not play with that. And so I will work hand in hand with my minister to make sure that we give that the space to the women. And not
Chairman, she is an MP worth it. She has gone through a lot. She has struggled, but she has always made herself visible, and she's always been there. We are members of parliament. Women, for now, I think we are 41 or so, either 40 or 41. I don't want to tell, and then, so we are 41. And if you are to make projections, give education, support, bring to the fore, so that they will support you to achieve your aim in getting more women. Will you come back to parliament and ensure that you work with the women caucus, notwithstanding who is coming from where? Because I know that your place, you do not know that I've been to Shama before. I've been to Shama, I came and worked there when your Honorable Asirfi was there, so I know that place. So, projecting the sector in our various places. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Yes, I will. Thank you.
So, very fast, very quick. I wish you the best. You can always count on me and count on the rest very, very much. The last 4 appointments he made, 3 women, 1 man. I'm the happiest. I ate TZ that day like it was no one's business. So take care of yourself and work harder.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Right, thank you very much, Honorable Chair. I'd like to take this opportunity to congratulate our sister on the other side for being given such a huge responsibility. The responsibility, as we see it, is something, the number of issues and challenges within your sector, which we, as a nation, needs to address. So I would first like to find out from you whether you know that there's a Road Traffic Act in existence, and whether that act, the original one, and whether that act has been amended, and what it seeks to address. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I think I didn't get the question very well. If Honorable Patricia can repeat the act.
I'll give you a brief about that. And I know that the Road Traffic Act was enacted. The earlier one is Act 683, and the subsequent one, the amended one, is the Act 761. The reason why I'm asking you this is that it has been, if in order to ensure that movement is smooth, people have accessibility, and we need sustainable roads to ride on. These things have been taken care of. As a deputy minister, you always come to Parliament and you hear that when questions are being put to ministers don't normally find the time to attend to the floor of Parliament because currently most of them don't even have deputies. Once you are going to be the deputy, I suspect you will be the face of Parliament and your ministry or your sector. So I'm looking at the situation, transport and all that, laws. How are you going to ensure the need to review these acts to give implementation of this thing to it? So how are you going to ensure that you will? Thank you.
I'll make some recommendations and take it before the committee to see how best we can make that work. But currently, I think it's been reviewed. It's under, it's been reviewed. So I would liaise with my minister and see how best.
Honorable, the revised national transport policy emphasizes access. This or these all Ghanaians regard. However, many transports with persons to accommodate persons with disability. And you know our rural areas too, it lacks some connectivity. How would you assist your minister to ensure that transport policies prioritize inclusivity and sustainability, particularly for the marginalized groups?
Thank you, Honorable Chair. Honorable Chair, when I'm giving best, we can look into the challenges that you have mentioned and see how best we can make it work for everybody. So nobody will be left behind. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Earlier on, a question was asked of you, whether what recommendation would you make to your minister on the issue of electric vehicles? And you know the challenges that we have at the moment. Are you sure? The first question is, are you sure we have enough? Do you think it should discourage Ghana to reintroduce them and ensure the use of electric transport system? Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Mr. Chair, with the briefing I had with my minister, 4 of them are working. The other 6 has problems with the charging system, but he has resolved that and also made contact with the company that initially started. So they are making it better where it will be able to accommodate that. So changes have taken environmentally friendly and also cheaper. And so once we're able to sensitize the public and let them know the benefits and all that, I think it would work. So we'll find good companies that will be able to give us the best. So I'll work with my minister to see how best we can do that so that we can be part of the global world, because that is what everybody is transitioning into, and Ghana should be part of it. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I want to put to you is that what kind of transport mix would you recommend? Currently, look at our railway system. Do you think improving on our railway system and then looking at even the tram system implementation in looking at our transport mix at this point in time? Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Yes, that is something that I'll consider and look at it together with my minister when I'm giving the nod to see how best.
Your exposure to living in other parts of this world encourages you to have such a bright future for the transport system in our country. And I'm going to pray for you that you work at it and ensure that you will have a very wide transport mix and mobility would not be a challenge as we are facing now in the country. Thank you very much, and I think that's all I have for you. Thank you, congratulations.
Thank you, Honorable Chair. And Honorable Patricia is a mentor to me. she inspires me a lot. Of course, all the women, ever since I came to part of the reason why, and as well for being a mentor.
Thank you.
Mr. Chairman. Nominee, my sister, congratulations.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
I have no doubt in your ability, your competence, your resilience. Minister who is also a member of this House. So I know you will be in good hands. Your job basically is to follow what your minister, who makes the policy, will ask you to do. And then be able to offer advice if he the answers you've given. I have no...
Thank you, Honorable Chair.
Thank you very much. Know what instruction the leader has given.
For leader, he said this.
You want to ask a question for?
I cannot ask him, but he says he's coming.
But the difficulty is how we can be waiting. Yes. Well, we are done. I will use the opportunity to congratulate you and thank you very much for attending upon the committee and responding to questions. We would acknowledge the presence of your revered guests, and thereafter you are discharged. You hear from the committee.
Thank you, Honorable Chair. I'm most grateful.
Thank you very much, Chair. I will acknowledge the guests who accompanied Honorable Dorcas here this morning to support her. Nana Adai Blade III, MPM Chief, Jindo III, Ghana Nungwa Queen Mother, Obahima Evia Panyere, Kabin La Soise Queen Mother, Tufuhini Eric Isya, Bonyere Tufuhini, Francine Yakun Kofi, daughter, Lionel Kofi, daughter, Emmanuel Ajiman Tofi, son, Charles Ni Ama Jr., son, Mr. Kofi Asma, family friend, General Augustine Blay, Council of Elder for Jomoro constituency, Uncle Pepe Mana Yera, family friend, Nana Acha, brother-in-law, Mrs. Efia Acha, sister, and Pastor Stephen Bedu, family pastor, Abubakar Amadou, John Kessie, Nyamike, Honorable Benedict Bwedi, MCE, Emmanuel Indako Benley, Constituency Secretary, Agnes Inria, Constituency Woman Organizer, Nana Toku, NDC Western Region Chairman, and last but not the least, Charles Edu Fojo, NDC Western Regional Organizer. Thank you very much, and thank you for coming.
Well, all regional chairmen, you are duly acknowledged.
I'm reading from you.
Thank you very much for coming, Honorable Nominee.
Muna zamanin tambo zanjan da taliyabin simple na wanda so.
Ɗaya daga cikin muhimman rawa na a zo a gani da Hausawa suka taka a cikin wannan ƙasa shine kafa zangonnai da suka zama gimshiki na